Okay, let's just jump right in. Imagine for a moment a world where it takes, say, 20 years to learn how to read and write.
A whole lifetime of study.
Exactly. A skill restricted to just this tiny elite class. For thousands of years, that was basically the reality.
It really was.
And today, we're doing a deep dive into the one tiny technical tweak that changed everything. The innovation that unlocked mass literacy and, you could argue, created democracy, the alphabet.
It's an incredible story. I mean, when writing first shows up around 4000 BCE, we're talking Sumerian cuneiform, Egyptian hieroglyphs. These were brilliant systems.
Oh, absolutely brilliant, but just monumentally complex.
Right, you had to master thousands of different symbols. A symbol for a word, a symbol for an idea.
Which meant what? That maybe 1 or 2% of the population in Egypt or Mesopotamia could actually read?
That's the context. So the revolution here, the big technical leap, wasn't just about drawing different shapes.
No.
It was a fundamental shift from writing what you saw, the whole pictographic idea, to writing what you heard, a phonetic system.
And the people who really cracked this were the Phoenicians, right? Around the 13th century BCE.
That's right.
So why them? Were they just linguistic geniuses, or was it something more practical?
I think it was pure necessity. They were merchants, sailors.
Always on the move.
Exactly. The scribes in Egypt could afford complexity, but Phoenician traders needed speed. They needed to minimize misunderstandings on a contract.
So they looked at these older, beautiful but clunky scripts.
And they made a ruthless technical choice. They just stripped it all down to the absolute essentials.
They're just 22 symbols.
22 consonant symbols. They sacrificed that sort of, gorgeous ornamental look for pure raw efficiency.
And that reduction from thousands of symbols to just 22, that was the technical evolution that solved the problem of accessibility.
It completely slashed the learning curve. You see it in the numbers. While literacy in the big empires was in the single digits, some sources suggest that in the Levant, under Phoenician influence, it might have shot up to 15, maybe even 20%.
Which is a massive jump.
It let writing escape the temple walls and spill into the marketplace. Suddenly, working merchants could use it for record-keeping, for transactions.
It becomes a tool for commerce. The Phoenicians basically built the hardware and then shipped it all over the Mediterranean via their trade routes.
A perfect delivery system.
And when that hardware got to the Greeks, they decided it needed a crucial software update.
Yes, the vowel revolution.
Right.
The Phoenician system didn't have vowels, which is fine for Semitic languages, but it's a real problem for Greek.
So what did they do?
They just cleverly repurposed a few Phoenician consonant symbols they didn't need and assigned them vowel sounds. It sounds simple, but that little addition created the first truly complete phonetic system.
And that system, it didn't just change communication, it sort of became the operating system for Western thought.
It absolutely did. Because it was so simple to learn, literacy rates climbed even higher. And that had this profound political impact.
You mean for Athenian democracy?
Precisely. Suddenly, any citizen could, in theory, read the laws inscribed on a stone tablet. Information wasn't a monopoly of the priestly class anymore.
Knowledge gets democratized.
And that provides the technical foundation for democracy to even be possible. But it goes deeper. It actually changed how people thought.
Ah, the alphabet effect.
Exactly. The alphabet effect. Think about it. The alphabet forces your brain to take the continuous stream of sound of speech and break it into tiny, discrete, repeatable units. Phonemes. And doing that over and over promotes abstract, analytical, and structured logical thinking. Gives a physical form to reasoning itself.
So that's the through line. A core technical innovation simplifying down to a couple dozen letters solves a huge societal problem, the knowledge monopoly.
And efficient trade, yep.
Which then drives these enormous changes in human cognition and even our political structures.
The technical elegance was the key. It unlocked everything else.
So, if the simplicity of a few dozen repeatable letters could help birth philosophy, science, and democracy by structuring logical thought, it leaves a pretty big question for you, our listener, to think about. What new cognitive operating system, maybe born from some radical technical simplification today, is needed for our society's next great leap forward?